Sit. Why don't you lay down? Lay down. Oops. I didn't know the camera was going. Hi, guys. Wait. I'm silly. Y'all bear with me. Do I have... Okay, I think I'm good. How y'all doing? I'm doing good. It's hot. Okay, well, you take a little piece. You don't eat the whole thing. Nice. Good boy. Good boy. That's a good puppy. Here's my son. Say hi. I'm a big boy now. He's looking for... I'm giving him treats to entice him to come up here with me. Otherwise, he wouldn't come up here. Because he's doing his thing, which requires him to do his thing. Hi. I love you. Mommy loves you. It's my baby. Come here, honey. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come closer. Come here. He doesn't want to. I'm telling you, he's a trip. I have a video on Instagram of him in his life jacket, swimming and getting used to it. And I think I have the same thing on YouTube, I think. As far as I know, I do. Aw, what a good baby. Sorry, y'all. Intimate moment between mommy and son. I love him. I can't help it. Anyway, he drives me insane, but I love him. So I want to give you a little heads up, a little household hack, if you will. I had a cooler that I had forgot that there was food in it, and it was pretty gross. And I washed it out. I cleaned it with vinegar, soaked it in vinegar, washed it out with hot water. I did everything, and I could not get rid of the odor. Y'all gonna trip when you find out what I did. So I finally decided, because I had heard about this, but I had never tried it. I've heard about, you could basically take something and put it out in the sun, and the sun will kill bacteria and kill the odor. Well, guess what? It smells like brand new. I am not kidding. I opened it up, and I hung it on the railing while it's open. And I left it out there all day, and the sun is beating down hard, okay? Because the temperature here is just not playing around, and there's no odor. So I had heard about it a while back, a long time ago, that the sun is like an antibacterial, and it will destroy odors. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to give that a try, see what happens. And it worked. So I'm glad, because I need it later on, in a couple days or whatever I need it. I need to use my cooler, which I should have had it with me yesterday, and I didn't, because I'm a genius. Anyway, the reason I went off the other day on the manipulationship that I was in last year, being played like a fiddle, okay? It was a manipulationship. Somebody had brought his name up, and they had seen him, and they told me about it, and I was triggered like crazy. I'm not normally that pissed off about it, because I just don't think about it. But when I got triggered, oh boy. Yeah, it wasn't a good scene. The longest part of recovery for somebody being manipulated by a mentally ill person, for example, a narcissist, the longest part of the healing is usually, for me anyway, is the anger. I don't walk around angry like that. Like I said, I got triggered. And it reminded me of all the dirty ass crap he did. You got to be patient with yourself through the healing. There's days that you're going to want to choke the shit out of that person. I'm just going to keep it real with you. I wouldn't advise you to do it, but there's times you're going to want to, when you remember the dirt that they've done, and you remember that it was all uncalled for, when you remember that they deliberately sought you out so they could play you. That's going to make you madder and madder and madder. But you got to be patient, and I'm reminding myself of this too. You have to be patient with yourself through the healing, because the healing doesn't come according to the calendar. It's been X amount of days, I should be over it. It's been X amount of weeks, I should be over it. Or when a person dies, well, your husband died last year, you should be okay. Your husband died 5 years ago, you're not over it yet. You heal, depending on the trauma, you heal when you heal. You don't heal on a schedule, and you don't heal when it's convenient for other people for you to be recovered. You heal when you heal, and there will be triggers. Whether it is I worked in emergency medical services, EMS, and, there's triggers with fatalities. And I lost a patient on Mother's Day several years ago. And it took me about 3 years to 3 Mother's Days, because I didn't think about it until Mother's Day came. And then I would get triggered. So it took me 3 years, 3 Mother's Days before Mother's Day, I would just be on edge, right? Like your subconscious knows that Mother's Day is coming, right? So my subconscious would know, and I would be on edge, and I wouldn't be myself. And I'm like, what is wrong with me? And I would look on the calendar and I'd realize, oh, Mother's Day's coming. Okay. And she was 15 months old. And it took me a while. It took me a couple years to recover. So traumas take as long as they take. Don't let anybody push you, rush you, because they don't want to hear it no more. Oh, God, you talking about that again? That's not a real friend. A real friend would know that you're going to do really, really well, and then all of a sudden you're going to get triggered. And you're going to do really, really well, and you're going to get triggered. In reference to my pediatric patient that I lost, what do you call it? What is he? He's a chaplain. The chaplain goes to therapy himself because he's counseling people who deal with fatalities on the job. And he goes to those companies and he counsels the employees. And he goes to counseling himself because he's hearing about all these tragedies all the time. So he stays on top of his own mental health so that he can help other people. And it's not happening to him, but he's hearing about it all the time. So I had a one-on-one with him, and he told me that I've got pain in my leg. So fibro, yay, fibromyalgia is so much fun. Ugh, it's not. I just had pain in this leg. I didn't hurt it or anything. It's just a fibro thing. It's like electrical pain, and it just comes out of nowhere, like nerve pain comes out of nowhere. It's real fun. Anyway, it's just been causing me, and my knee was bothering me the other day, probably because of the drastic weather changes. Anyway, so when I had my one-on-one with him, he warned me about triggers. Some things are going to trigger you, even if it's a traumatic situation that happened to. Okay, well, let me backtrack. It happened to someone else, but I witnessed it a long time ago. Someone had got shot in front of me. Long story short, I went real quiet after that. I didn't say a word. I just kind of withdrew into myself. And it took probably a couple of years because I had pushed it down. I mean, we can push something down all the way to our toes, baby. We are real successful at pushing that pain away. And I pushed it away for years, and something on TV triggered. And all of a sudden, I remembered that scenario, and I lost it. I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, what? Oh. And I talked to the person who was with me when we witnessed it. And I said, did somebody get shot in front of us? And he was like super quiet on the phone. And he goes, yeah. What brought that up? Because you didn't bring it up at the time. I said, is he okay? Did he survive? And he's like, I don't know. That was a long time ago. I don't know. And he was stunned because I never brought it up. I never said anything when we got to the truck. I never said, what was that all about? I didn't say a word. I don't remember hearing the shots at all. I just remember it's kind of hard to talk about, and that was a long time ago, but he threw his arms out in front of him, like almost like Superman, both his arms, and he went flying to the ground. And I had looked in the direction of where this happened, and he had told me, don't look over there, don't look over there, do not look over there, look ahead, look straight ahead. And so I looked straight ahead, and my brain pushed it all the way into my toes. And I never brought it up, didn't bring it up when it was safe to bring it up, when we were in the car, nothing. And I forgot about it. Or, no. I didn't forget about it. Your brain pushes it away and stores it because you will get triggered. And like I said, I saw something on TV and I got triggered and I freaked and I'm like, oh my God, did someone get shot in front of us? I mean, your brain goes, it's really good at pushing stuff away because you don't remember it. You literally do not remember it until you get triggered. So the chaplain said, I was talking to him about losing my pediatric patient, and he said, there will be triggers. And I said, well, what do you mean? He said, I'll give you an example. There was a school bus versus I think it was a truck, some kind of smaller truck, like a pickup truck or something like that. So anyway, school bus versus vehicle, and there were fatalities. Some of the children did not make it. And he said to this day, and I talked about this a long time ago in another video, to this day, the EMS workers who responded to the scene get triggered when they smell breakfast cooking. And I said, why? He said, because when they responded to the scene, there was a restaurant down the street that was cooking breakfast and they could smell it in the air. So when they smell breakfast cooking, they get triggered to that accident. Their brain remembers. It's a trigger. So traumas take a while to heal, and there will be triggers. There will be things that make you flip the hell out. It does not mean that you're not healing. It just means that that was a kick in your memory, a karate kick in your memory. Okay? So you are making progress. But triggers are exactly what they are. They trigger you. And next thing you know, you're flipping out. And then you might get depressed and think, I'm obviously not making progress. Am I ever going to get better? And blah, 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 blah. It's just a trigger. Be patient with yourself through it. Understand what's happening. You're not losing your mind. And dealing with a narcissistic person is a trigger. It's a, oh my God. It is so psychologically damaging that it drives people to do drugs, drink alcohol, commit suicide, and commit homicide. So this isn't, oh, this person's just evil. No, baby. No, baby. It goes way deeper than that. They are insidious. Insidious, diabolical, manipulating, sneaky, backstabbing. They screw your mind so good, they can screw your mind better than they can screw your body. What did I say? They can screw your mind better than they can screw your body. That's why you gotta cut them loose and be done, and do it in a cold-blooded way. Okay? Don't be tender about it. Cut them loose. You don't even have to tell them you're cutting them loose. Just cut them loose and block them on your phone, block them on social media, because they are a poison. They are a poison. You don't want to give yourself poison. You don't want to feed your brain poison, and dealing with them is poisonous. Okay? So anyway, I thought that would be a good topic to bring up. I have zero makeup on today, zero, except for a little bit of lip color, so I don't look like lip color, so I don't look like, super pale, like I'm about to die or something. No makeup on at all. I did a lot of cleaning yesterday. I have more cleaning to do, but I'm in like super mega chill mode today until I get my act together. So yeah. So yeah, triggers, traumas, triggers. You're not losing your mind when you get triggered. You don't need to be in a padded cell somewhere. Just be patient with yourself through the trigger. You're still healing, but you just got triggered. Like I said, it's a karate kick in your memories. That's the best way I could describe it. So, yeah, and you'll find out who's in your corner and who's not. Because someone who doesn't want to hear it anymore, obviously is not the person that you want to continue to confide in. So, you guys take care. Much love.